He's been a heartthrob, a hero, a villain, and a rock legend. But behind the Hollywood spotlight lies the real story of a man who's lived through fame, fire, and fierce battles of his own. This is the incredible life of Val Kilmer.
The only reason I'm here is you.
Val Edward Kilmer was born on December 31st, 1959, in Los Angeles, California. The second of three sons, Kilmer grew up in the heart of the entertainment industry, though his early life wasn't always glamorous. His parents divorced when he was just 9 years old, and tragedy struck again when his younger brother, Wesley, passed away at age 15. These early losses shaped Val's introspective nature and deepened his emotional well-being. By high school, Kilmer found an outlet in acting. He became the youngest person ever accepted into the prestigious Juilliard School's drama division at just 17 years old. That training would later set him apart, not just as a movie star, but as a serious actor with stage roots. Val Kilmer made his film debut in the 1984 comedy Top Secret, a quirky, offbeat parody that showed off his comedic timing and his singing voice. But it was in 1986 that Kilmer truly blasted into the mainstream as Iceman in Top Gun. Cool, confident, and cocky, he became an instant icon opposite Tom Cruise. Through the late 80s and into the 90s, Kilmer carved out a reputation for disappearing into his roles. Whether playing rock god Jim Morrison in The Doors, 1991, gunslinger Doc Holliday in Tombstone, 1993, or the Dark Knight himself in Batman Forever, 1995. While his turn as Batman was commercially successful, behind the scenes, Kilmer was frustrated by the suit, the studio, and the lack of creative control. He turned down the sequel, opting to chase more challenging roles. Throughout his career, Val Kilmer earned a reputation for being difficult, intense, demanding, and uncompromising. Directors sometimes clashed with him, but many also praised his dedication to the craft and his refusal to phone it in. Films like Heat, 1995, alongside Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and The Saint, 1997, showed Kilmer's range and continued star power. But by the 2000s, the hits were less frequent, and Hollywood's spotlight began to drift elsewhere. In the early 2010s, Kilmer's public appearances became rarer. Then came the devastating news: throat cancer. Diagnosed in 2015, he kept it private at first, but soon underwent surgeries and radiation treatments that damaged his voice and left him with a tracheostomy. Losing his voice, the very instrument that once commanded stages and screens, was a painful blow. But Kilmer didn't fade away. In 2020, he released a memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, a raw, poetic look at his life, loves, and regrets. And in 2021, the documentary Val stunned audiences. Made from over 800 hours of footage he'd recorded throughout his life, it was both a love letter to acting and a meditation on mortality. Critics and fans alike were moved. Val Kilmer was no longer just a movie star. He was a survivor, a storyteller, and a symbol of resilience. In 2022, Kilmer made a triumphant, emotional return in Top Gun: Maverick. Using a mix of archival audio and AI technology, his voice was brought back for a powerful scene that reunited Iceman with Maverick. For many, it was the emotional heart of the film, a tribute to a man who helped launch a franchise and never stopped fighting. Val Kilmer's journey is one of transformation, from teen prodigy to Hollywood star, from icon to outcast, and finally, to a man at peace with his past and present. He's not just remembered for his roles, but for the depth he brought to them, the pain he endured off-screen, and the courage to share it all with the world. If you've ever been inspired by a comeback, by creativity, or by the human spirit, Val Kilmer's story is one worth knowing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more biographies, and leave a comment. What's your favorite Val Kilmer performance?